All right. What's the day? All right, today's May 30th, uh, about 9:36 at night. Um, over here on the East Coast, over here in America. My name is Mike. Um, for those that out there that are veterans, you can call me Sergeant Dolce. But just want to introduce myself. I'll start posting videos probably like a couple times a month, just to check in with the world. Um, I did some time in the Air Force. Um, I served overseas. Nothing too crazy, but important missions. Served as active duty. Um, got a chance to meet a lot of good Americans, and got a chance to work with a lot of different countries like Germany, South Korea, um, some stuff in the Middle East, but nothing too crazy. Because Air Force kind of spread out, the missions and stuff. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, so I'll be talking a little bit about my upbringing there, and I'm not gonna say my old school, but like I joined the Air Force during 9/11, so that kind of gives you an idea of my age group. So, but I'll keep the comments open on this. Sometimes I like to just turn the comments off and just get a message out there to the world. But um, this channel is going to be more so for people that are like maybe thinking about joining the military, um, people that have served in the military. Um, it'll be for maybe spouses of veterans, um, whether you Army, Marines, Navy, Space Force, Air Force. It all kind of tells you about like what it's like um, at the home base, what it's like overseas, what it's like with deployment, some things to prepare, how to have good routines and good systems to kind of like make your career the best, and some of the lessons I learned over my time. Um, there's plenty of books out there. There's plenty of other YouTube channels out there with courses and stuff like that. Right now, I'm just putting out my information for free. Um, I retired in May 1st, 2022. So I retired little, just over 3 years ago. Just had my anniversary, this month pretty much, right? It's about to be June um, this weekend. So I speak fast sometimes, so I'll work on speaking slow so y'all can hear me clearly. Um, if you have questions, even if it's a year from now, I'll go back, I'll check the comments, um, and I'll give you some tips, whether it's like a book to read or motivational speech on YouTube that can resonate for an issue, or you just want to hear my how I survive certain scenarios. Because the Air Force is like very unique because we deal with, I want to say, more politics um, than most, because you know you get a lot of responsibility early on, you know, um, which is a strength and weakness. And, you deal with a lot of high competition. So, you got to find a way to still be nice to people while being competitive. And it's doable. You still deal with a lot of haters and a lot of knuckleheads and stuff like that. You still can have fun in the military. So it's not like all the movies you see. You still can retire and still have relationships. Not every veteran's a drunk and homeless. We still can be elegant, smart, and have careers outside of the military for when we separate or retire like I did. I did 20 years exactly active duty, um, and not everybody's going to do that. So uh, some people will just do the reserving guard. That's good. Much love to my civilian contractors, but that's that's not my field. They got different kind of contracts. They're not really as tight. But most of my videos I'm gonna keep between 5 minutes. There'll be some 10 minutes, and then I'll get longer as I go on. But just want to get a initial video out there. I'm not doing a bunch of hashtags, so um, come across it, cool. If not, um, I'll just post a couple each month, and then we'll go from there. But y'all be safe. One of my favorite quotes is "Every day above ground is a good day." So start with that. Everybody has different kind of health. You know, some stuff you can control, some stuff you can't, right? Whether if you're born with something or you had an accident or whatever the case. Um, but if you can control what you put in your body and you can control your environment, you know, I'm big on that. So there'll be like a whole playlist on just environment alone. Yeah, who you hang around and your environment can make and break your success by itself. But you know, that's it for now. Sergeant Dochi checking off. But yeah.